Most sales reps and entrepreneurs don't fail because they don't know how to sell. They fail because their offers are weak. So, Alex Hormozi says if you make an offer so good, people will feel stupid saying no. You'll never struggle for customers again. And today, I'm going to show you how to build that kind of offer step by step. And then I'll reveal my very own MindFit $100 million offer as an example to show you what this looks like in action. Without further ado, $100 million offers by Alex Hormozi. If you don't know Alex Hormozi, he is the business guru of our generation. He has scaled gyms, businesses to millions and millions of dollars. Right now he owns acquisition.com, and his main job is to invest in and grow businesses like crazy. If you weren't there for his last book launch, $100 Million Money Models, I'm going to be giving away 200 copies of his newest book. Tomorrow, we're going to go over $100 million leads, and then we're going to finally cover $100 million money models and how you can utilize it as a sale. By the end of this training, you will know how to craft an offer so valuable that people will feel stupid to say no. Therefore, you're going to get a lot of yeses. So we're going to break down the whole framework and then apply it directly to you. First up is the $100 million mindset. He doesn't call it this, but this is what I will call it. As an entrepreneur, as a sales rep, as a 1099, as somebody that works based off of your performance, you need to stay at bat. What do I mean by that? In traditional baseball, it's 3 strikes, you're out. When you're a business owner and a sales rep, you get unlimited strikes, unlimited at bats. All you need is one home run, one grand slam to make it work, and this could be that offer. You're just one hit away from making your $100 million offer. The thing with us is we can't strike out. We get to keep swinging and swinging and swinging, but we're going to miss more than we hit, but all we need is one hit. And then Alex shares how if your business isn't growing, this is the reason you need this framework, because if your business isn't growing, it's losing. The S&P grows at 8% per year, so if your business isn't at least matching that, you are losing, you are declining, so you need to be growing. And then my favorite quote that he shares from Dan Kennedy at This Mindset is, "He who can spend the most to acquire a customer wins." That's what this model is about, being able to acquire customers with cheaper money so that we can go out and buy more customers. Whether you buy customers with time, money, or energy. The next framework that he shares is a skill set. What is more important, your sales skills, your marketing skills, or your offer? The number one most important thing here is your offer. What you have to present to people. If it's so good, people will find out. You'll get testimonials, you'll get referrals. The next most important skill is marketing. Getting people out there, getting your word out, and doing advertising, getting leads. The least important skill, but still important, is sales. Sales is a highly commoditized skill. You can use it to get money and to do whatever you want, but it is the least important of all of these values. If you have a crappy offer, sales is going to be really hard. But if you have a really good offer, sales is going to be really easy. Even a good sales rep appreciates a $100 million offer. So first of all, what category are you in when it comes to your offer and your market? Are you health, wealth, or relationships? And then finding within one of those 3 categories, what category, subcategory, are you in to be able to find your blue ocean where nobody else is so that you can be a one-of-one product. And my favorite quote from this part of the book where Alex says, "Don't make me niche slap you, because the riches are in the niches. Find your niche, find where you want to be, and then go for that." I originally, when I started this business, I was going for all kinds of people. I was going for athletes and anybody that wanted to do this, and at first it was fitness, but then I wanted to really dive into the psychology side of it, and then eventually I got to the niche of sales reps, sales professionals, and that has been amazing for me. I found the right niche, found the right market, and the right offer. So what is your right market and offer? Where is your sub niche? And the most valuable thing from this entire book is the value equation. If you haven't heard about this, listen up and you're going to want to write this down. The value equation is What is the dream outcome? What does your customer want? What are they going to get of value from this transaction? Times the perceived likelihood of achievement. How likely are they to get this done? Divided by the time delay that they will get the result, plus the effort and sacrifice required to get the result that they want. The dream outcome, for example, in a fitness example, because this one's easy. Fitness example: gain muscle, lose fat. Perceived likelihood of achievement: how many testimonials do you have? How many client wins do you have? How good are you? What credentials do you have to make it so that this customer can perceive that they're going to achieve this goal? Divided by the time delay. The time delay, if you do a 30-day boot camp versus a 6-month transformation, that's going to be different. How fast can you get somebody their results? And then how long will it last without their effort and sacrifice being too great on their end? That's why liposuction is more pricey than the gym, because it's faster. You decrease the time delay, you decrease the effort and sacrifice, because you don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to put in effort and you don't have to wait any amount of time. Obviously, we know what's better for people. It's going to the gym, but that doesn't matter. It's all about the perceived likelihood of achievement and the dream outcome that the customer wants. And if you want to remember this, fast beats free every time. So if you can't compete with free, get going on speed. Get quick wins, get fast emotional things for your customers. In the gym example, you want a customer to be able to come in, have an emotional connection with somebody, have some wins, have higher better relationships, have all kinds of different things, little wins along the way that they didn't initially buy the product for, but that they get as wins along the path after they buy. And value is nothing more than the perception of status. You don't have to actually do these things. It's about the perceived likelihood, perception, the perceived time delay, the perceived sacrifice, the perceived likelihood, and the perceived value. Can you get the customer to believe this? And then it's status. And somebody argued about status and why, no, I don't buy things for status. And this was a mother, because a lot of people were saying, oh yeah, people buy Ferraris and Bugattis and really nice cars for status. And the mom says, no, I don't want to buy those things because I don't care about my status. So Alex asked her, well, what do you actually like? What is your status? He says, well, I'm a mom, so I bought a minivan. Okay, so you bought a minivan for this perceived status that you have in society. You buy things based on your status or your identity, which is what we talk a lot about at MindFit. So these are all the steps broken down in how to construct your offer. Number 1, identify the dream outcome. What is it that your customer wants? 2, list out every potential problem that they could come across when trying to achieve this outcome. And number 3 is to build out solutions for each of those problems, all of the problems. The more problems you can come up with, the more things you can solve, the more valuable your thing is. So come up with as many problems as you can, so then you can use the value equation to come up with as many solutions as you can for that based on your offer. And number 4 is to decide how you're going to deliver it. What are you going to do one-on-one, one-to-many? Is it in person? Is it a service? Is it a product? Is it info? How are you going to deliver this product? And then finally, 5, put this all together into one irresistible package, which is going to be your overall offer. The next thing I'm going to talk about is pricing and positioning. There is no advantage in being the second cheapest person. So there is only a strategic advantage in being as expensive as you can possibly be. Not to rip people off, but to have as much value into it as possible and making yourself in that one market, the blue ocean, right? So you can charge as much as you want for the desired outcome that people are trying to get. Charge as high a price as you can without cracking a smile. The price is what they pay, but the value is what they get. So all you have to do is make sure that the value is over the price, because all money is at the end of the day is an exchange of value. It's a value exchange. Are you going to be able to get more from this money based on what you give from it? Is it going to be a type of food or a type of service or coaching? Can you give more value than the money that they give you? And he shares a quote from Steve Jobs here that is just, think different. Think different. Think outside the box. Use divergent thinking, not convergent thinking, where convergent thinking is 2 plus 2 equals 4. There's one solution. Whereas divergent thinking is breaking it down. What can equal 4? 2 plus 2, 2 times 2, 3 plus 1. How many things can you bundle together to be able to get one solution? And that's divergent thinking. Come up with as many different options you can to come up with the same solution. That's where you're going to find your value. That's how you think differently. And as far as pricing goes, there was a study that I really liked where they took wine testers, a large group of wine testers, and they had 3 different bottles of wine at different prices. They had a cheap one, a middle priced one, and a super expensive one. They had all of the wine testers taste it and then rank them based on how they thought the wine was. They all perceived this super expensive one to be the most tasty, the best smelling, and everything that you want from wine. But the truth was, they were actually all the same cheap bottle of wine. The price tag made their perception of value a lot higher. So you can use this in your own mindset, because this perception of value and status is when somebody pays a premium, right? Don't rip people off again, but you have to give that much value, and their perceived value will be just more if you price it high. Now, what can you add to your offer to make it more irresistible? Scarcity, urgency, and demand. Scarcity. Make it so that there's limited spots, or there's rare access, or you do things in cohorts. Just make it limited. Make it scarce. When you come out with specials, make it so that you always sell out. Urgency. Deadlines drive decisions. You can have rolling cohorts, rolling promos, time-limited bonuses, one-time offers that are based on time. Time or deadlines drive decisions. And then always build pent-up demand. You don't want to always be available. You want to build this demand. Why do you think people pay so much for the time of people like Oprah Winfrey or really famous people? They pay for their time because it's perceived as valuable and rare. It's a high demand commodity. And the next thing he breaks down is going over bonuses. Take all of your little solutions and break them into bonuses that you can stack together to give to the customer for free. Break the main offer into all these small bonuses, give the bonuses names and a backstory, and use other people's businesses potentially to add more value to what you're giving them. Just build up and add to your offer as much as you can to be able to give everything. Again, it's the value. How much value can you give somebody in one exchange? And then using guarantees. Strong guarantees reduce fear. And you will always want to use a guarantee. And Alex shares some numbers behind guarantees, and I don't remember them exactly, but guarantees will always make it so you make more money. Even if people ask for refunds, the percentages end up working out that strong guarantees will always support and help your business. And the quote that I liked that you can use as a one-liner in sales is that the only thing guaranteed not to help you is doing nothing. So it's a reverse guarantee. It's an anti-guarantee. And coming up at the last part here is naming your offer. It's the same core offer. You're just wrapping it up differently. You're wrapping up this Christmas present in different wrapping, different things so that you can present it at all times of the year. He uses a formula called MAGIC. Magnet, avatar, goal, interval, and container. Magnet is, what is the lead magnet? Why are you doing this? Think like a frat party organizer. There can be any reason. It can be spring. It can be somebody got their wisdom teeth out. You can be getting married. It can be a birthday. Whatever it is. What's the magnet? What's different that you can use as an excuse to give this away? Who's the avatar? Who is this option for? And what's the goal? What's their perceived outcome? What do they want to get out of this? What is the time interval? How long is it going to take? And how are you going to deliver this offer to them? What's the container? And the thing that I love about Alex is he keeps it 100, and he says, don't get emotional. Keep testing. Don't get emotional about this. Just keep on trying, keep on going. And the last part of the book that he shares is grind. Work so hard to get your first $100,000. That first $100,000 is the most valuable, and that's the most rich that Alex has ever felt in his life when he first had $100,000, even though now he has hundreds of millions. That $100,000 gave him freedom, peace, and ability to continue to grow. So grind, fight, claw, do whatever you can to get that first $100,000 in your bank account. And now I'm going to share with you a very quick $100 million offer for MindFit just as an example. So, the magnet, why am I doing this? Most sales reps are burned out on training that doesn't work. So, there's trainings that don't work and there's things that aren't quite working for you. So, the magnet is, hey, trainings aren't working. I have a training that's going to be able to work for you. The avatar is obviously sales professionals. The goal is for you to close more deals in confidence while building a long term pattern of success. And the interval I'm going to say is 90 days. 90 days to succeed. And the container is going to be my Skool community with weekly live coaching and one on one mentorship as well. The core offer itself is going to be weekly tactical sales and mindset training, emotional intelligence, identity shifting, and you're going to be getting all of these bonuses. The Mind Over Matter toolkit as a bonus, the 30 days of reps and accountability. A third bonus is going to be access to the time prioritization system for sales reps. And number 4 is going to be a private network of high performers that are all inside of this community. So, all of this, guess what? Doesn't cost you anything. It's completely free. Just go ahead and join the MindFit Sales School today. And if you don't like it after 30 days, you can just leave. You can just get out. So the only thing guaranteed not to help you is sitting on the sidelines. That has been $100 million offers by Alex Hormozi. Tomorrow, $100 million leads. And then Friday, $100 million money